Hello everyone, I am Deepti Singh, your admissions counselor for Japanese universities. This video is one of the videos in the series of management concepts from Japan. This video is part 3 in our management in Japan series. And before this, we have done videos such as Kaizen and 5S in the same series. The objective of this series is basically to make you understand that Japan has brought world-class ideas in management practices all over the world and to encourage you to apply for management studies in Japan. And in order to do that, if you need any support, you can always contact Education Japan. So moving ahead in this video, we will be talking about just-in-time concept of management that was again pioneered in Japan. So we will look at what is just-in-time philosophy. We will look at some companies which adopt it, what is this philosophy and how it can help companies to reduce wastage, improve their efficiency and eliminate unnecessary costs. So stay with me throughout this video, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so immediately. Alright, just-in-time manufacturing is a production method in which items are created only to meet the demand. They are not created in advance or in surplus, but they are created only in limited quantities when the demand arises. So, in a nutshell, this is the concept. Now, why was this adopted in the first place? This concept initially was adopted after Second World War to increase the efficiency and reduce cost and speed up delivery. And it was done because during those times after World War, Japan had very limited working capital. So these companies had limited working capital and less resources, and they still wanted to meet customers' demands and make sales. So what was the way out? Basically, the way out was smaller factories, smaller production and no surplus production. But to increase this efficiency and productivity and eliminate waste, of course, so Toyota is popularly known to implement just in time. It was one of the pioneers that started to use this concept, and it was so popular for adopting this concept that it came to be known as Toyota Production System. Now, according to this system, basically you or the manufacturer has to eliminate certain wastes. There are 7 kinds of wastes that can be eliminated to achieve efficiencies that we are talking about. So the first inefficiency or the wastage is overproduction. So more items are produced than necessary, then obviously it will be using unnecessary resources. Second would be waiting. So items usually they sit in line to be completed or to be finished when we are producing in large quantities. To eliminate those is also important. The third type of waste is inventory. So when you produce in large quantities, of course, we need more storage space and as well as management systems to take care of this large inventory. Transportation, of course, large quantities have to be transported and that takes up a lot of resources. Fifth is processing. So inefficient processing results in unnecessary efforts and equipment and time spent on processing. Sixth is motion. So basically workers move and inefficiently and unnecessary when there is large production. Seventh is defects. So when goods are produced in larger quantities, of course, the chances of defects are also higher. So these are some of the wastes that Toyota also eliminated, and they are expected to be eliminated to achieve efficiencies in just-in-time philosophy. Some of the companies that are known to be implementing just-in-time apart from Toyota. So Apple being one. Apple also adopts just in time, and on top of that they also use drop shipping method to eliminate wastage of time and storage. So in drop shipping method they supply goods directly from manufacturers to the end consumer by eliminating the agents in between. So, in the similar manner, McDonald's is also known to follow just-in-time methodology. So, what they do is they start to cook your order only after they have received your order. So, it is produced only on demand and once the demand is confirmed. But if a company is thinking of adopting this methodology, they have to have very good relationship with the supplier chain. So basically, if only they have good relationship with the supplier of the raw material, they will be able to produce just in time. Then they will be able to procure these raw materials just when they need them. So Toyota had a great deal of success by eliminating these 7 type of waste that we spoke about, and oftentimes it is also argued that this concept had originally been discussed by Henry Ford in his book, but it was not a well-rounded concept. But only after Toyota's success became popular, it was adopted by many other companies. So I hope this video helped you understand just-in-time management system that comes from Japan. This series of videos on Japanese management systems is creating interest and curiosity in you about Japan and about academics in Japan. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please do so. Thank you.